Hey, Corpse Jack, what's up, man? How you doing? What are you doing up so late? Can't sleep, a little bit sick. How's your job going? If you're late tomorrow, you can come in. You don't think you're gonna go though? Night and day tomorrow? Yeah, that makes sense. Doesn't seem to make a difference when I do this. It's interesting. It's difficult for me to reproduce the. Before I was having issues with. This, and now it seems to be working fine, and I don't know why it's working fine now. It might just be that the game's more optimized, which would be like kind of crazy. It'd be bad to go to work sick. As long as you don't make anybody else sick, I think it's fine. You think you'd make others sick? Well, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. It's kind of weird. This is like working so well. I don't understand. I'm trying to think, why is it working so well? I kind of maybe just might play through the game with it like this. See what happens. See if it starts slowing down. Everything's kind of glitchy when I do this. Yeah, it gets worse and worse as you go. Yeah, the loading gets worse and worse as you go on. It's all fucked. Yeah, it's still kind of funky. I wonder if I can just turn off the autosave and do save with plug. It doesn't seem as bad when I go from map to map. For cutscenes, it's worse. Yeah, it still jumps a bit. I don't remember why I didn't use this. Let's try and use it. It might require the other. Dad'll probably be mad at you. Ultimately up to you. Yeah, it's you're a grown man, right? An adult. Okay, later, Corpse Jack. Good luck on the sleep. Oh my god. Bro, Adam berated me every night. Hi guys. Welcome to my stream. Thank you for the raid, Adam. Let me do the shout out. I think I just got raided. Maybe it was the day before yesterday I got a raid from Adam. Does he just have like a macro, like raid Maui Game Studio? Thank you. Thank you. Here, let me do this shout out. There was a few people in here before you came. Not a ton. I'm just working on an autosave functionality, and I implemented like this gear like randomization feature. You know, like it'll be like the powerful axe of death or something like that, and it does some stuff with my database that slowed down my autosave, so I'm trying to mess around with that. Thank you for the follow, Valkrisa. Let me just get into Twitch. I don't even have my chat open on my... I mean, I can read it through OBS, but I don't have it up on my screen right now. How's the demo going? Are we seeing an Adam C. Eunice demo anytime soon? Or a new updated demo? You should be higher up on the category, so I like to rate you. Yeah, you know, I do engage the chat. I mean, I'm no Adam C. Eunice, but I'll do it for like a couple minutes and then I'll start ignoring them again. Demo might be coming soon. Oh, that's very exciting. Let me do a real shout out. Adam. We'll see. Demo might be coming soon. Adam is the best for sure, but you seem nice. Yeah. I'm kind of nice. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm less nice, but I'm usually nice. This is mostly a kind of a co-working stream. So if you want a stream to hang out in while you work on stuff, play some of my copyright safe music and just chill out and do my thing, you know. Just mainly trying to, but yeah, right now I'm just trying to mess around with the autosaves. They're kind of a bit laggy. Happy Thanksgiving from the United States for those of you who are from abroad. It's still Thanksgiving here. Have a good one. Later, Adam. Enjoy time away from the streaming camera, away from the computer. Thank you for the raid again. I always appreciate it. I'm way too fortunate. Yeah, I'm basically messing around with different settings, using different preset tools, maybe make a tool of my own. This stream I pretty much use RPG Maker. I do a ton of JavaScript stuff. So that's really what it is. I'm trying to get this autosave plugin to work and it's not, so that's kind of what I've been kind of screwing around with right now. To make my own characters? Yeah. Some of them are variations on stock characters, but yeah, I've pretty much made all of them, I think, at this point. I have my game has 11 playable characters. It's a turn-based RPG, so, you know, there's turn-based combat. I'm always kind of cleaning it up a little bit. I have an Android version out and a Steam version out. Steam is Windows and Mac, and then I also set up the game to work pretty well on Android. So, right now, it's cool. Yeah, I made the Android version free because honestly, I didn't expect anybody to really play it. So, the game is like an episodic RPG. It's kind of like a kung fu themed fantasy RPG. So, has a lot of like kung fu kind of Dragon Ball Z style moves and stuff. You guys are legends to me. Yeah, I've been doing it for about 3.5 years now. I was a web developer originally by trade, and just kind of, started doing it. And I've made a couple games in Unity as well as RPG Maker. Unity mainly for game dev, for game jams. I've done like 3 games. I don't really do too much Unity on stream anymore, though. Kind of moving away from Unity. I'm kind of probably going to do more game jams in the future, but I think Godot, my next game jam, I'll probably use Godot. Yeah. I don't like the versioning and the way it works with Unity. I just feel it's gotten a bit bloated, So I like being able to work on projects in multiple computers, store them on a cloud. Unity projects are just big, and the main thing I don't like about Unity is if you come back to your project after like leaving it for a really long time, it tends to break with all of the Unity updates if you want to update to the latest version. So I don't have a project that I'm like focused on in Unity enough for it to be like kind of a feasible. It's not really feasible for like side projects. Yeah, so if you're like Adam, for example, and you have one main project and it's a Unity project, I think it's fine. I don't think it's a problem to be just continually using Unity because you'll build things in a way where you can update them as you go. I tend to do stuff on Unity kind of more scattered and on and off, and it's like I find for me Unity works really well if I just start and then finish like a game jam, right? And then get it out. I find the places where Unity tends to not be the best choice is if you have a project you kind of you start working on and then you'll come back to in like a year or two, and you come back again in a year or two. Unity doesn't really work for that type of hobbyist workflow. RPG Maker does work pretty great for something like that. If you come back, there's still people using the RPG Maker version from 2003 making really great stuff out there. So it's because it's a little bit more bare code, so it's just kind of time. It's safe on time from time, you know. Trial code options. The Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special is supposed to come on any minute now, so I might go watch that and close the stream. What, really? Yeah, I think so. He might be out already. Should I just see? I mean, I'm not going to watch it on stream, but I can check. Disney Plus. Everyone's going to leave and go watch you're going to abandon us? I wouldn't call it abandoning. But yes, I am going to close the stream. I don't know my password. Is that it? Love Star-Lord? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Chris Pratt's great. I probably just... Star-Lord's pretty dope. It's got Kevin Bacon. They have Kevin Bacon in it. He's like starring in it. Oh, I can't get this to work. You love Bacon? You love Kevin Bacon? Bacon. Yes, I could use some bacon as well. Actually, I'm not really hungry. What am I talking about? It's Thanksgiving in the US, so we've been eating too much. Too much or just enough to pass out? Well, apparently not enough to pass out because I'm still awake. You know, these days I play it pretty safe when it comes to Thanksgiving. I don't really go too hard. I want to, you know, feel good. Come home, do some dev work. Oh, that's interesting. You saw it just like crashed. It's always a good sign, right? Oh, that's funny. That's always good, right? I mean, at least I know it's doing something. That's why you probably are like, why is he laughing? Something broken is better than nothing at all sometimes, you know what I mean? Like when you're making a game and you try to do something and it blows up, it's like, it's better than just silence. Yeah, broken heart is good. Broken heart is good than a life not lived, that's for sure. Better to break your heart trying than to live in stagnation. This is true. Not knowing is the worst thing in life. Always better to try and know and fail than to not know. M3 4L Mario is following. People usually don't regret failing. Oh, Metal Mario. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a boomer. People don't regret failing. People regret not trying. When you look back at life when you're an old man and your deathbed, you think, I wish I would have tried this and saw what happened. Oh, that is not so true. I'm 37 and it's hitting me hard. Wait, what's not true? You don't agree with my philosophy? You think I'm full of baloney, huh? You think I'm full of baloney? Oh, meaning it's right, yeah. It's okay. For all the new people in here, I love to joke around and make fun and all that stuff. The only thing I ask is that you don't give me criticism about my game on the stream. If you come here regularly, that's kind of been something I've learned. It doesn't really work for me. I do have a channel on my Discord if you really have some ideas you want to give me about my game. That's the way to do it. So I will mute for that. I will silence people for that. That's not criticism. Oh, well, your game looks awesome. Take that. Yeah, see, that's okay. That's not criticism, though. Criticism is like, if you did this, it would be better. I just don't process that well when I'm streaming live, and that's the quickest way to get you out of here. It's not that I don't want criticism. It's just that it just messes up my stream if like people giving me shit while I'm streaming. You know what I mean? Like, if you really want to give me criticism, just go in my Discord and go into the feedback section. You know what's funny is I tell everyone to do that, right? And nobody freaking does it. It's like, maybe they're scared. Yeah, but they're not scared to say some dumb crap in my chat. You know what I mean? Like, every time somebody gives me crap in my chat, I just say, hey, go there. And it's like, they never do it. No one wants to give you criticism when you ask for it. They only want to give you criticism when you ask them not to give it to you. That's kind of my, at least in Twitch chat worlds go, that's kind of what I've seen. When you say don't give me criticism, then they want to give you criticism. When you say give me criticism, they don't want to give you credit. They don't want to give you criticism. I have eyes too. What happened? Why did my music stop? Can you guys still hear me? Did the stream freeze or something? I think I'm breaking it. I can hear you. Okay. Something weird is happening. Like my music stopped. Maybe it's time to go watch Guardians of the Galaxy. Look, all my browsers are all messed up. Look at my stream avatars. They've frozen in place. You know what? That means time for Star-Lord. Yeah, isn't it weird? What's going on? It's like half my apps are freezing, but the freaking streaming software is fine. Why? Why would you do that? Oh, here, Photoshop works. I'm going to save all this. I'll just leave it open for now. I don't want to mess with it. All my apps are breaking, Is it because of my codes? Probably. It's probably the computer being like, you should. My computer is giving me criticism. My computer's like, your game sucks. It's saying it to me in binary, which is kind of like, sounds like this. Z. That's how it says it. Listen, Star-Lord and Rockin' Around TV. Let's go. Well, it should be actually have come on like at the last hour mark because it was 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is like 9 p.m. my time zone. So it's on now. Like it should be on. I'll check my phone while I'm waiting for my computer to stop. Actually, let's just in tasks. Task manager. What should I close? I think Steam is what's doing it. Moderate. Nothing's really using up too much stuff. It's like 2:21 Eastern time. Oh, my conversion was a little off, I guess. It's 3 a.m. I believe that it's supposed to come on. So maybe it's not on yet. Maybe there's no Christmas special. There hasn't been like a Disney Christmas special in a long time. Hey, this isn't right. Let me just try close Chrome, see what happens then. Hey, that was it. Everything seems to be working again. It was Chrome's fault, guys. Any of you watch Andor? I freaking love that show. It's like my favorite TV show this year. I've been reading like reviews about it, and for a lot of people, they don't really like it. But I freaking loved it. It was written and directed by the guy who did the Bourne Identity series, Matt Damon. So it's much more of a thriller than anything Star Wars has ever done. Hold on, I'll put my music back on. It just takes a second. Oh, Chrome's still being funky. Look at this Chrome window. Yeah, it's probably better as well to watch in one sitting. Like just binge it. It's not the kind of show that's good, I think, it doesn't give you enough from episode to episode to be like fulfilling. Like it doesn't leave you satisfied if you have to watch them broken up, I think. I watched the first like 6 in my initial sitting because I heard it wasn't good. Oh, you like Book of Boba Fett? Yeah, well, if you like Book of Boba Fett, you might not like Andor because they're really different. To me, Book of Boba Fett is much more of a like. I liked Book of Boba Fett, but I think I like Andor more. But they're very different. Book of Andor is like something that like in people who don't normally like Star Wars movies would like, if you know what I mean. It's not as flashy. There's really no like memorable characters from the existing franchise, like existing famous characters in Andor, except for the characters who were in Rogue One. So it's not like as in comparison to Book of Boba Fett, which has Boba Fett. It has For those who haven't seen it, it may or may not have Jedis in it, right? It may or may not have Baby Yodas in it, you know? May or not have Din Djarin in it, you know? So those are like really famous characters. So they kind of interact a lot with the main IP, but Andor is not like that. Andor is very much, it feels like it's like a galaxy away from all that stuff. It's still in the same galaxy, but none of the traditional Star Wars characters are, none of them show up in that series. Dude, why is Chrome not working? This is so weird. That might be a good to break away. It really is. It's refreshing. And I would say it's like a very intellectual show. It's not as much of a spectacle. There is some cool visual stuff that happens, but everyone who's in it, you feel like you could be them, you know? That's what I liked about it. That's what I liked about Andor. You feel like the character Andor is actually a very like capable rebel. So it's not that he's not capable, but the struggles that he has are very much struggles I think you can relate to like real life. The kind of moral issues and his call to action, and I don't know. I think it doesn't try to be like this crazy like universe changing thing. It's just a small part in the puzzle of like the Star Wars story that kind of gives a little bit more. Like it's about the beginning of the early rebellion, you know? So that's kind of what we're doing with it. This autosave still doesn't seem to be working. Wait. What autosave slots does it go into? Whoa, now RPG Maker closes? Everything's broken, dude. I'm updating Steam now. Maybe that's what the problem was. I needed to update Steam. How are you liking Boba Fett? Book of Boba Fett. I actually liked Andor quite a bit more than Boba Fett. And I liked Boba Fett. Tamora Morrison, I'm from Hawaii. So Tamora Morrison's from New Zealand, but you know, Hawaiians and Maoris were very similar cultures, so you know, people say I look like Tamora Morrison sometimes, which I think is a bit flatterific. But I'm a huge fan of Tamora. I'm more of a fan of Tamora the actor than maybe anybody else in Star Wars. The tribal family message. Yeah, I think it's really cool what they did with the Sand People. What episode did you get to? To me, the Sand People really reminded me of like an indigenous culture, you know? Because they were there longer than... The idea is that they were like the original... Oh, you finished it? Well, I'm going to talk about it. If anybody's in here and they haven't seen it and they want to leave, feel free. But, so spoiler warning, I guess. I didn't like that they all died. The Sand People. Like, like, Web TTV is now following. Thank you very much, Web TTV. Um, they could have left a couple of them alive and made them come back, right? Like it would have been. There was that one like really cool sand person that was like kind of a badass that he like fought. They shouldn't have made that one die. Like that one could have came back and been one of like his crew. You know how sick would that be? Like he has a Tusken Raider that is like in his like team. You know, younger kid and the elder of the leader. Yeah, they should have kept him alive. That's kind of. It would have been that like those two characters, the kid and the leader. They got like more character development than anybody else in the whole movie. That was like a new, you know what I mean? Like, in some ways, they got more character development than Boba Fett himself. And it's like they just threw him away. So, uh, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting show. They pull hard on existing IPs, and I do enjoy it. But sometimes I think, like, do I just enjoy it because it's like Boba Fett flying around on a jetpack riding a Rancor? Like, how could you not make that fun? You know what I mean? Like, how could you have all that stuff happening in a show and have it not be fun to watch? Like, it would be really hard to have like this legendary bounty hunter that's been like one of the most popular characters in media for like 50 plus years. You know, legendary character riding Rancors and Jedi's and jetpacks and all that jazz and the blasters, and how can that not be fun? Like how could you make that not a fun thing to watch? You'd have to really be terrible. Dive into his real self. Well, that's how you really make it good. That's how you give it depth, right? You dive into the character. Yeah, I kind of miss the more stoic, silent Boba Fett. I was thinking we would get more of like a gangster show, where he's kind of like a more intimidating mob boss. I didn't really get that vibe from the show. He seemed like just a good guy who wanted to be more like a mayor than like a underworld ruler. You know what I mean? It didn't feel like he was kind of a gray character. He very much just felt like a hero. And I don't know if I'm on board with that. I always wanted Boba Fett to be kind of a neutral character that doesn't have traditional allegiances, but they did what they did. They made it much more kid friendly, and yeah, I guess the idea was that his experience with the Sand People made him more kind. But really, it would really make him more ruthless, in my opinion. like, like to make all those close friends and then get them all killed. Like that doesn't sound like, I don't know. Gosh, this is not working. I cannot figure it out. Let me see if I can see if I have the newest version of the software. It might be that. Oh yeah, the fact he seemed to see them as family, and then he was kind of unaltered by their loss, or maybe they just couldn't fit it into the story. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was. It's like the kind of show with Boba Fett. You think about like the character motivation and stuff too much, you start running into problems. But if you just think about like the spectacle of it, I think it's very enjoyable. Yeah, if it was your family, he didn't really. I wasn't under the impression that he was all affected by their loss that much. He seemed like kind of mad, but for me, I'm more mad about like than he was. You know, if I stub my toe on a stair, like I think I get more angry than he was. So it's not, you know, it's not the scale with your like your family dying. Like spilling my coffee on my desk would make me as mad as he was. Not the massacre of my family. So it's everything in relativity. I'm trying to open up this plugin. Trying to find. Yep, X. Doesn't seem to work. Man, I'm really thirsty right now for some reason. Doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to get this to work. I think I might, if I can't do this. It just doesn't seem to want to work. So you're just trying to get it to autosave? Yeah, I'm trying to use the different method to get it to autosave, yeah. I'm just kind of looking at different ways to do it. Seeing how, looking at the code and seeing how it works. And then using that to kind of diagnose how it doesn't work. So there's some, it's like not doing it for some reason. And I'm trying to find why. And then I'm going to probably close the stream because I'm actually really tired. I stayed up pretty much all night last night. I had a friend from out of town. And we were just hanging out late into the evening. And I'm freaking tired as hell now. The holidays are always a really challenging time for me because I have so many social like things that my friends want me to do, you know. To be honest, I'm not a big fan. Like, I wish I could just fast forward December. Have you ever seen the movie The Grinch? That's like me in 10 years. I don't like gifts. Oh, I do like Christmas specials though. I guess. Even if though I hate Christmas, use me a good Christmas special. Remember when television was free? Game system. Christmas is not as good when you're an adult. Yeah. It's different. Storage manager perform autosave. Let me just see if this is actually firing. Put some code here. Console, not cons. Oh yeah. Console, not console. Console. How's your code learning going? You learning any code? Haven't been learning? Slacker. It says the autosave's working. The thing is, Sway, you don't feel sick? So you said it's, you see that? It said autosave's working. So it is firing this code here, but it's not doing anything. So why is this code not working? See, watch, when I change, it'll go autosave working. See how it changed to 2 and now a 3. Freaking thing. I don't see no autosave here. Do you? I don't see no freaking autosave. 2:45 a.m. Let me try to turn off all the other plugins after that. We're going to turn off like all the plugins. See if this autosave works. And then we're going to turn ones on and then find out which one is breaking the game. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way, process of elimination. Okay, it's not working here. Try and get rid of the ones above. Set picture hidden is not a function. What is that from? Set picture hidden. What is that from? Oh, I need this. For sure. Let's try with that on. What is going on here? I think I'll work on this a little bit more tomorrow, but I'm kind of over it right now. Next thing I would do is I'd open it in another project to see if it works. For some reason, my browsers are not working right now. That is the weirdest thing. Maybe I'll try to use a different browser. Gotta restart this computer bad, probably.
Right. I mean, the thing is, we've also been...
Not even logged in on this browser. A token? SMS? We're back. I think I never set up this phone. I changed my number once. Anybody with raid recommendations? Since my browser's not working.
So Lucifer was right. You play as if they're still in, right? Because if you start getting complacent and you're like, look, they're not even in anymore. It's fine, guys. Like, it doesn't matter. That's when you start making mistakes, or maybe you think like, oh, the ego gets a little bit too inflated.
Where did I go? I'm here.
Pretty good captaincy, I'd say, from Lucifer. She's like, guys, we've got to keep playing it like as if they're still in. You know, it's a tight competition all the way through.
That's right, and let's head on over to Team A now,
1:30
who have
a.m.
actually done a pretty big turnaround.
Yeah,
and on
I can't
day
really raid
7,
anybody.
so again, they are making it
Because I
back.
can't log in on this computer. Because my browser's... Who to raid? I mean, yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not sending me the SMS. Let me see if it's sending it to my email, maybe. Let's just do it this way.
See Brian's encounters
Search
in
for...
here as well, saying Nolopia has 100+.
Game development. Oh, we'll do Mercenary Mage. Hopefully he's not done any second now. Do you guys see the raid thing on? I don't see it.
Holidays were awkward for Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, you see it? Okay, cool. Well, whenever it's done, I can't actually make it go further. So whenever it's done, I'll go with you and to watch Mercenary Mage. Is a Unity dev.
30, they will teach a pod in schools how to market and develop your game at the same time as an indie. Where a cheap artist who will work very slowly but constantly.
It's not... I wrote Mercenary.
Wouldn't that be nice? Showed your students your waifu survivor prototype and you got them really motivated. Yeah, it's... So what you're saying is prototype your stuff, but put in the work to make it look good.
Did that fix it? I can't access it because my browser is broken, so... Maybe actually I can do it on my phone.
You know, you're going to trick some people this way.
It's probably just because I have to restart my computer.
But eventually the bill comes due. Like, sure, you made some cool demo. Now what? Now do the rest of the game. Oh boy.
Oh, it worked. Cool.
Hello, Raiders. You tried to raid me last night.